Okay, so this is going to be a tutorial on the new start of Act 3 minion fight skip on the beach. So last night I was working on I was practicing this part for runs, but I had the idea to test something out, which as it turns out works to get out of here a little bit easier than the previous strategy. So sorry about the black bars on either side of the screen. I didn't set up OBS for them to be cleared away. So normally what we would have done before, and I've already killed the two flying archers to make this easier to show. So normally what we would have done was we would climb up here and we would do a ledge fly into that wall. And Tor would grab this ledge right here because it extends slightly out of bounds that way, and he would go that way, grab on, and kind of teleport this way, and then we would jump out up on that top ledge up there. So what happens here if we jump up here is that Tor, we get a text box that says, oh, I can't leave while that thing is still flying around, which is kind of bugged because they aren't still flying around, but I digress. And there's an invisible wall here. We can't jump, we can't leave. And if we try to do a mega jump, if we try to do a mega jump over it, we see that it's too tall. But what I figured out was that this wall actually isn't that tall at all. It's just the fact that when doing L2 jumps, when we get stopped by something, our momentum will completely stop going towards the direction that it stopped us at. So if I jump diagonally into this tree, my momentum can still carry me this way, but it won't carry me this way because these trees are blocking me. So we need to figure out a way to carry momentum so that we get over the wall, and it looks something like this. So get low gravity, walk forward into the trigger, and there we go. We're over the invisible wall. And we can go back. The invisible wall blocks us from going back now. So there are two methods for this, and I'm going to try to showcase both. One actually works as well in no cloak, and after rough timings and very brief timings, I'm not sure which is faster, but I will show off both anyway. So I figured out that this was possible I started working on this because I did a mega jump here and figured out, oh, hey, look, it's not that tall. We can jump backwards over it. So what I do is, and I'm going to put my trusty little X on the screen. There we go. And I'll shrink it a little to make it easier. So what we have is we have this little diagonal line right here, kind of on its lonesome. It's kind of far away from this one. It's kind of far away from this one. So you want to jump up so that Tor's left hand lands on the top of this line. So let me pull this off the side. If I jump up like this, and this is a very rough setup. It's not quite this precise. So if I jump up like that, so this will work, and then I angle myself roughly so that Tor's right ear is just on the inside of this kind of fourth layer of leaves. So we have Tor's ears are on layer 1, then layer 2, then layer 3, and then there's the fourth layer right there. So he's there up and down kind of in line with the edge of that fourth branch. So walk forward into the trigger, and then mega jump. So if you don't know how to mega jump, Jaxler has a tutorial on that I would highly recommend taking a look at. He has a tutorial on the whole any percent run as it is, and of course that's outdated now, but it's not that outdated. And generally speaking, the gist of the run and all the tricks will be mostly the same. So that's method one of jumping over the invisible wall. The other method, which is good for no cloak, uses the same rough setup. You'd like to try to get low gravity. And now we do the instant text glitch. So we open up either our item menu or our moat menu, it doesn't matter, and then exit out, or excuse me, we press square with this menu open, then exit out while still holding square. And then we do a text jump, a text double jump. So using the same visual cue for where to jump up and the same visual cue for where to face. So if I turn a bit more to the left, this should work. And I'm going to jump forward. I'm going to press forward and X at the same time so that I can get the jump in before the text triggers. And then I'm going to press X again once the text is cleared to jump again. So hopefully I get a first try like this. There we go. So that's the no cloak version. So I'll try to do that one more time. Apologies that I don't have an, oh, nice jump. Or text. Sorry I don't have an input viewer. I haven't set that up yet, but I hope I explained everything well. And one more time with both methods. There we go. Oh, that was a really bad mega jump, so I couldn't even get back over. Look at that, I failed the easier one. And I failed it again. I'll actually just load my save state back up, because at this point I'm just wasting time. So save state 6. And now I can go back. And again, I am doing this on emulator. It works just fine on console as well, as tested by Chals. So shout out. And Chals actually found this second method. I spent about half an hour last night testing different ways to do this without the cloak. And when I finished streaming, oh, no, excuse me. When I finished streaming, he found out a way to, this way to do this without the cloak. So the first method was my discovery, and the cloakless method is Chal's discovery. So get the instant text. There we go, just barely got over it. So this works because we take our momentum such that our momentum going the amount of our momentum going purely this way is stalled enough such that Tor's jumping arc is just able to take him over the wall before he touches it. So if I come like right here and I try to do a mega jump over it, I can't do it, because even though I got great height there, and I was certainly higher than the wall, I got stopped by the wall, and because it was an L2 jump, you can't really restart your momentum during that. Your momentum just stops, and you just kind of left hanging in thin air when doing an L2 jump, and your momentum gets stopped. So that is that. Goodbye.